Today we are gonna cook Russian vegetable salad. It's called vinaigrette and it's completely vegetables, very healthy, and I hope you're gonna like it. So we're gonna use potato, carrot, beets, beans, pickles, and sauerkraut. How much you need is gonna depend on how much you want to make, but a good indicator is how big your potato is. So I'm gonna use this whole potato, and you wanna make sure that every ingredient you have about the same amount of each ingredient. But then again, if you like something more zesty, you might want to add some more pickles or sauerkraut. If you want it to be more substantial, then do some more potato or beans. We are gonna start by boiling potato and carrot. You can boil them in the same pot. How long? I'm gonna tell you how long it's gonna take, but usually until it can be easily pierced with a fork, that's when it's done, and carrot might be done sooner. So I'm gonna start this, and while this is cooking, I'm gonna slice the beets. Not slice, I'm gonna dice them. I recommend actually using fresh beets, and then you would have to boil them as well, but the store was out, so I had to go with the canned ones. Not my favorite, but it works. While potato and carrots are cooking, I'm gonna dice this baby. So after you're done cutting the beets, you want to put them in a container. You're gonna add a little bit of oil. So while we do that, beets, they have very strong color. When it touches all the rest of your veggies, it can color the rest of your veggies kind of pink, and your salad's gonna look like one pink mess. We put a little bit of oil that's gonna help just cover it up a little bit and prevent color staining. Also, if your beets are not very sweet, I would add just a little bit of sugar. Canned beans, if you can, get fresh ones and cook them, and they would probably be sweeter and better. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of sugar, just sweeten them up to make them taste good. So a little sweetness with a little sour. And this is gonna just sit here while this is sitting. Cut the pickles. And I prefer cutting all my veggies, like dice them in the same size or similar, so that when you're eating it, all of the ingredients kind of mix together. And you might want to add more pickles or more sauerkraut. So I don't think this is gonna be enough, but that's all I had. So after everything is cooked and I throw it in there, I'll see how it tastes. I have some like mini ones, mini pickles, so I might have to add some more of those. This is ready, just waiting for its turn. Beans, I would just have to take out of the can and add it to the salad. The same with sauerkraut. Potato and carrots are still cooking. You let it cool for a little bit, and when it's easy to touch, it's not too hot to touch, then you can start peeling them. Both. Potato, I would usually just let it sit and kind of move it as I go. And if there are some dark spots, you just use a knife and pick them out. If I have one here, I will show you. And now as we peel carrot, it's actually very easy because the skin is so thin. So I usually just kind of scrape it with a butter knife. I'm gonna dice it, make sure it's similar size to beets and pickles. Alright, potatoes are done. They are gonna break apart when you start mixing it in, so don't worry, these are not big chunks. There you go. Carrots are cut up, potatoes are cut up. I would let it sit here for a little bit just to cool down. You don't want to mix hot and cold too much, just until it gets to room temperature, and then we are gonna start mixing it. We are gonna mix everything together. I like to put all of the potatoes first because that's the most substantial part of the salad, and I do like potatoes. I mean, if you like beans better, you can put more beans and evaluate by that. But I put potatoes first. I then will do the beans to mix. Definitely all of these pickles. Then I'm gonna do sauerkraut. You don't want liquid, too much liquid, so try to drain it, but I do like a lot of sauerkraut. And then you're gonna be adding your beets. This will give it color, will give it taste. It will still color, like the fact that we put oil in doesn't mean that it's not gonna color at all. After this, we're gonna add some salt and pepper. I don't really have a number of how much you have to put of each. Just taste it. Keep in mind that some of these items are already salty, like sauerkraut and pickle might not need that much salt. Pepper also, if you don't like it, you can skip it. If you love it, add some. And then just taste until you feel like it tastes good for you. We are gonna add some oil as well. Back home we usually use vegetable oil, but you can do whatever is your favorite. I like extra virgin olive oil. That's what I'm gonna use. You don't want it too much. You don't want to like see oil on the bottom of your bowl as you mix, but you do want all your veggies to be covered and moist. Beans also, you can use any kind of beans. I feel like most of them taste pretty similar. So I like white just because, you know, they look nice in this salad. Yes, definitely way more sauerkraut and pickles and then salt. So I'm tasting it and I'm definitely lacking on the pickle side. So I only have the baby ones. So I'm gonna just try to chop them up a little bit and throw them in there. So this is what it looks like, you guys. Pretty much all done. Gotta just taste for salt. I used a little less than a whole can of beans. I like the beans, but I don't want them to kind of overshadow potato taste. Yes, you guys, this is amazing. You notice that I'm using this fork, it's just because it's gonna be for my family only. If I cooked it for potluck or for guests, I would not be cross-contaminating. This is done. It's good to go right now. If your potato was a little too warm, you might want to like throw this in the fridge for a little bit. This is a cold salad, so like on the next day you're gonna eat it and it's gonna be cold from the fridge. Tastes good, cold at room temperature. I'm probably gonna put it in the fridge until it's dinner time and then we're gonna enjoy. All right guys, this is Russian Vinaigrette. I hope you try it, make it, and like it. Let me know. All right, bye-bye.